Warriors on an actual arcade machine. A few of you have, thank you. So I don't know why I'm thanking you. I didn't make the game. So you guys might remember that Ikari Warriors in the arcade used what was called a loop lever joystick, which is a weird thing. It was a joystick that you could rotate, right? So you could move around by tilting, and then to aim your gun, you had to rotate the stick. And I don't know about your Switch, but my Switch doesn't have a loop lever on it. So what we did, and typically when this game has been re-released in the past, the solution for the loop lever was to map buttons to rotate clockwise, rotate counterclockwise. Never felt good, never liked it. So what we did on all the loop lever games in here is we added twin stick support, which makes Ikari Warriors like extremely playable for the first time, I think, ever since the arcade. This was really hard to do, but it was super worth it. And you know, because of this, we focus a lot on the loop lever games. So you guys probably saw Guerrilla War was in there, and Victory Road, which I don't think anyone's really paid much attention to. But like, I honestly believe that a lot of the reasons that people don't know these older SNK games is because they're just hard to play unless you have the original hardware, which I don't know. Does anyone in this room have a? Oh, you have? Okay, yeah, sure you do. But so you know, we're really happy to make these games, to my mind, actually playable the way they were intended at home for the first time, and actually maybe I would argue a little better than they ever were in the arcade. So so we're really proud of that feature. Something else that we added to this that's brand new, and I know a lot of you like Crystalis. I didn't hear any woo. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So you can play these games if you want, but something new that we added that you can just watch them. You can watch me play. So this is a pre-recorded tool-assisted run of me playing Athena. And you can fast forward, you can skip ahead a bunch, you can rewind, you can pause and frame advance. If you want like the perfect screenshot of Athena or something. And you can watch me be way more awesome than an actual human would be because I'm cheating like crazy. So that's a brand new feature we've never done before, and it's one of those things that we've wanted to do for a really long time, and I'm so happy that we managed to do it. This is also very hard to do, by the way. Oh, that was the wrong button. I've played this game before, I promise. So yeah, those are the sort of the new like gameplay features that we added to these games. But something we're known for at Digital Eclipse is our extra features, what we call our museums within these collections. This is something that's really, really important to us because I just don't see this in games very often. The sort of treatment that you would get if you bought like a DVD of a classic film back in the day. You know, you get director's commentary, you'd get like the deleted scenes and things like that. So for this collection, we couldn't include all 60 plus games that SNK did in the 80s because I can't work on this for the rest of my life, but we could talk about them. So we have this complete timeline of every game that SNK made before the Neo Geo. And that includes things that are actually lost. Like no one has a copy of Yosaku that we can find. So we did this sort of cute, you know, drawn text, like RPG style thing where you can go through. And, you know, we don't have this game at all, but we have some screenshots that I scanned. And as usual, they're 4K resolution, super high-res things you can go through. And I just felt this was important because, you know, we sort of did a snapshot of what is probably the best games they did. But if you actually go through this and read this in order, then you sort of understand the evolution of SNK and all these wild ideas that were happening in the studio at the time. And you know, you sort of see them slowly evolve into the SNK you know. And you know, right up until the end, where you know, these are sort of Neo Geo-like games, and then you get into the Neo Geo. So you know, a lot of these just have let's just blast through these, just tons of screenshots of the games that are. So like, again, we couldn't take the time to actually put literally every game ever made, but at least you'll learn about them. And by the way, every English language list of SNK games is wrong, it's incomplete, but this one is complete, so. That was also hard to do. Bonus features, this one I'm very proud of. We contacted the original Crystalis artist she was so excited that anyone cared. Like, and that's such a crazy thing that we don't consider, is that a lot of these developers of these games that we all know and love don't realize that we know and love them, you know? So she just very happily scanned all of her concept art that she still had for us, and again, super high res, you can just zoom way up in that guy's nostrils. I'm really proud of that, and you know, and these are really cool. These are Japanese newsletters. These are like fanzines, but official fanzines that they sent out to the fans from. And we actually contacted Yoshino-san, who was the guy who created these fanzines back in the day, and he very happily scanned these for us. So I can't read a word of them. Maybe some of you can. And then, of course, sort of standard for us is a soundtrack player. I don't know, should we play the Psycho Soldier theme? That's the one, right? Oh, we don't have the English one in here, I'm sorry. We do have, the English language version is in the game if you play it, though. So that's something maybe we haven't talked about, is that, yes, Psycho Soldier has the damn vocals in English and Japanese. Do you guys... I don't know, should I show Psycho Soldier real quick? Do we have time for that? All right. Like, if you guys don't know Psycho Soldier, it's the only game I know of where the protagonist sings their own theme song as you're playing. Let me, you know, as usual, we have the sort of like different screen options, so I'll fill that up. Let's just start. Can we turn that one up at all? Thank you. All right, here we go. Ready?
Athena's name is magic. Her crystal is the answer. Fighting fair to keep us free. She's just a little girl with power inside, burning bright.
You better run if you are bad.
You better hide if you
Oh, hide if you're bad. Oh, I got the lyrics wrong. That's embarrassing. So yeah, that's SNK 40th. And we're coming out, what, November 13th?
November 13th, yeah.
Cool.
I think there's one other feature that you skipped about the watch mode.
What about the watch mode?
The one little drop in.
Which
Jumping into the gameplay?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
There's one really
There's
cool
a really
feature.
killer feature that I didn't show you. Wow. That was hard to do. Oh, wait, no, that is the wrong option. Okay, so you guys saw the watch option already. Again, you fast forward, go wherever you want.
So normally this would just look like, you know, like you're playing through, like, oh, okay, I see how to play through this part now, because I've seen the TAS.
So, jump right the heck in. Now I'm actually playing. I can't believe I forgot that. There's so much content in this game. I forgot my feature.
It looks like magic to me, you know. But yeah, every game, every playthrough, jump in wherever.
It's the industry first, right?
I'm pretty sure no one's ever
for
done this
retro
before. I
compilation,
think we invented this. I don't know. Probably. Cool. So that's SNK 40th.
Yeah.
At least the version we're shipping.
Great. So when I brought it to